Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to Bologna, Italy. This is the FIBA Europe Cup final, the first leg between Unahotels, Reggio Emilia and Bahcesehir College. Well, these two teams have invested so much into this season, and here they are now in the final of a European competition. And of course, this is the type of game or type of tie, in fact, since it's a home and away leg, that will have a major impact on both clubs. When they look back through history, they will be able to say that each of these clubs has made it to the final. And for the players, anytime you can get that European trophy, that is quite an accomplishment in your career. Attilio Kaya, the head coach of Reggio Emilia, understands fully how significant this moment is for Reggio Emilia, who last won the European trophy back in 2014 when they won the FIBA Euro Challenge. And they'll be hoping that their fans, their passionate fans that have made the trip from Reggio Emilia to come here to Bologna while their own arena is still being renovated. Of course, they've been playing here for the past year, hoping that they make a big difference. And you want to take advantage of that home court advantage when you can, because next week it's going to be a very different situation when they travel to Turkey for the second leg. So Reggio Emilia and Bahcesehir getting ready to trade blows, and really has all the hallmarks of a classic final when you look at how solid both of these teams have been this season. I mean, they have been among the best teams without a doubt in the FIBA Europe Cup all season long, and I dare say it's really no surprise that they have been here. You know, we had 45 teams in the FIBA Europe Cup this year, which was the 6th edition of this competition. And the fact that it's a home and away tie adds a lot of spice. It means the home court advantage, yes, it exists tonight for Reggio Emilia, and it will exist next week as well for Bahcesehir. And all bets are off as to who is going to win this one. I mean, a lot of talent in both teams. Both of these clubs certainly have really good chemistry. And, Bahcesehir opened their campaign with 6 wins from 6 in the regular season, and then had 5-1 record in the second round to advance to the playoffs, with their only loss coming against Avtodor Saratov in Russia. And then they edged past Sporting CP in the first leg of the quarterfinals before claiming a 15-point win on aggregate. And then they defeated ZZ Leiden from the Netherlands in both legs of the semifinals for a 14-point aggregate triumph. And, they were taken to overtime for Reggio Emilia by Legia Warsaw in the quarterfinals. So they've had some adversity to overcome, but they prevailed in the extra period to take an 80-75 second leg victory and to advance. So the Italian side then had to overturn a first leg deficit against Bakken Bears, who hail from Denmark, and they have certainly been on the map in European basketball the last several years, including the Basketball Champions League, but they ended up winning that one 20-point victory here in Italy. So Reggio Emilia also has to remember they came through a very difficult opening group, winning 4 of their 6 games, but they cruised through the second round as the group winners, getting 5 wins. There's Erhan Ernak, the head coach of Bahcesehir College, and so many good coaches really in Turkey, and this will be a huge achievement for him to put on his CV if he can lead his team to victory in this FIBA Europe Cup final. So both teams going ahead and warming up. It's also worth noting that as it relates to playing at home, Reggio Emilia unbeaten at home this season, 8 wins out of 8. you throw in there a win by forfeit. All 4 of their defeats came on the road. Meanwhile, Bahcesehir have won all 8 of their games in the FIBA Europe Cup at home. So this is clearly the game that you would think that Reggio Emilia simply have to win tonight. And you could also say the same thing for Bahcesehir, knowing that they might get a win next week, but when you bring in goal difference and points differential, that's when everything becomes interesting. And that's why European basketball can be so fascinating in this system of competition, because this is effectively the first half of the tie between these two great clubs. Well, great refereeing crew tonight. Fernando Calatrava from Spain in the middle, Nicola Maestre from France, and Karsten Straube there on the right from Germany. Calatrava in the middle from Spain, the crew chief. And look at the passion of the Reggio Emilia fans. They've made the journey, and they're going to be as well fans from Reggio Emilia that travel to Turkey. Although I suppose you never know. At this stage of the competition, will they win and go with a small advantage, a big advantage? How big of an advantage would they need to overcome Bahcesehir in Turkey, where they have not lost, as I mentioned, and where they're just really rock solid? But I dare say Bahcesehir have not faced a team like this Reggio Emilia outfit that is going to cause them problems both on the perimeter and inside. So again, a lot of talent in both teams, and we'll be looking at the rosters and we'll be looking at the starting fives as we get closer to the tip. And it's great to see as well the coaches with some smiles on their faces as they prepare for this game, because it is, of course, something that you want to enjoy. And it's not a good sign if you're not smiling before the game, because it means perhaps the pressure is getting the better of you. At least that's how I interpret it. Other people might say that you have to be locked in and full of stress, but I'm not subscribing to that one. So here's Bahcesehir again on the road and taking their final warm-ups. Yilmaz, certainly you would expect to get some minutes tonight. Sam Decker joining them back in December. Of course, the former NBA first-round draft pick out of Wisconsin, and Decker also has played in Turkey and Ankara for Turk Telekom. Here he is with Bahcesehir, looking to make a big difference as he has all season since he's joined them. He's been their leading rebounder. Cinciarini, again, the player with this Reggio Emilia outfit who has played many games for Italy's national team over the years. Cinciarini, also a player who won the Euro Challenge with Reggio Emilia back in 2014 before he joined Milano, the Giants of Italy, for several seasons. But now he's back in Reggio Emilia, and who knows, maybe that is the key, the secret for this team as they search for another European trophy. He has certainly been one of the best players for this club this season. Well, it's just absolutely fantastic atmosphere here in Bologna. Again, where Reggio Emilia have their home away from home, while their own arena is under renovation. The Unipol Arena in Bologna, getting ready to host the first leg of the finals between Unahotels, Reggio Emilia, and Bahcesehir College. Well, hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to Bologna, Italy. It's the first leg of the FIBA Europe Cup final, the two-legged final between Reggio Emilia and Bahcesehir. Bahcesehir winning the opening tip. Savas, who won the opening tip. Here is the Turkey international in the paint, puts up a difficult shot and is unsuccessful as Reggio Emilia grabbed that opening board. And now the dump down low, and the basket is good. So the first point's good for Reggio Emilia. And Savas is fouled, so he will go to the line.
Fallo personale di Larson. Primo fallo per Tyler Larson. Rimessa Bahcesehir.
So that was Justin Blake Johnson who got the first basket for Reggio Emilia. Savas, who played for Turkey, in fact, in the last European qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. And the three-point shot is no good. So that was attempted by Mohamed Baygul, another Turkey international. And they get it down low again. And Justin Blake Johnson is becoming a problem early as Mikhail Hopkins, the former Georgetown Hoya, feeds that low post. Langston Hall having a conversation with the referee. And Justin Blake Johnson misses the first. .25 years of age, hails from the United States and makes one of two. Has averaged 11.4 points, 6.4 rebounds in the FIBA Europe Cup this season in about 27 and a half minutes per game. So he is a big part of what this Reggio Emilia team likes to do. And drilling it from three-point range and tying it is Jamar Smith. Jamar Smith has been electric this season as well. Strautens puts it up, and the Latvian is off target. Artur Strautens. So it's Andrea Cinciarini, Mikhail Hopkins, Justin Blake Johnson, Tyler Lawson, and Artur Strautens on the court here in the starting five for Reggio Emilia. Here's Jamar Smith for Bahcesehir College with Baygul, Candan, Hall, Savas. And good hands. The ball goes out of bounds. That was good help. Good defense reaching in from Justin Blake Johnson. Just 1.7 on the shot clock. And what a play. No time to spare. And Candan catches it and scores on the baseline. Berkay Candan. Silky smooth shot. And Tyler Lawson tried to turn it, and now Justin Blake Johnson, not sure that's his forte. Hopkins with the rebound, and again another chance. And a three-point shot, no good. The long rebound. Once again, Larson hands it off. Cinciarini loses it. Hopkins picks it up. He goes off 1 foot, and again, they will keep it at this end. Baygul not able to corral it. Bahcesehir with the 2-point lead early. Cinciarini needs to win this matchup against Baigul. Steps back, launches, and the ball bounces over the backboard, but Stroughton's rebounds it. And boy, how many offensive rebounds are they going to get? Cinciarini again! And that's what happens when you give up second, third, fourth, and fifth opportunities. Eventually, it's going to fall. And for Reggio Emilia, it was a three-pointer. Smith, hooping and scooping, dribbling between the legs, whips the pass over to his teammate. Baigul left open, and his attempt not on target. Savas not able to rebound it. And again, here comes the home team tonight. Cinciarini, such a big part of what this team does. Hopkins, that was short. The ball goes out to him, and Bahcesehir struggling once they get the stop to get the basketball. So Calatrava explaining to Savas, who wasn't enamored with the call. They called a foul on Savas, in fact. So it's a cheap foul to give away for Savas. So Richard Solomon checks in for Savas. Oh, Savas again, 34 years of age, loads of experience, and his importance to this team is underscored through that experience and all that time as well with Turkey's national team. Just illustrates how good he is. Stroughton's now puts it on the deck, gets in, and hangs. Now quickly to the other end. And Jamar Smith fouled out on the perimeter by Cinciarini. Well, there wasn't too much wrong with that defense. They're calling it tight. And we get our first look at Filippo Baldirossi, the former Basketball Champions League winner with Virtus Bologna. Won that competition in year 3. Nobody switches. He throws it down low. Here comes Jamar Smith again from the elbow. And bounces off the rim, the backboard, and falls through the hoop. Well, he is definitely going to get his shots tonight, and probably the most gifted scorer out there for Bahcesehir, maybe in the whole game. So that three-point attempt bounces off the rim and out of bounds from Hopkins. Excuse me, that was Tyler Lawson missing that. Penetration, drive, and unsuccessful. Baigul. Cinciarini, entry pass. Stroughton takes it back outside. Now Larson. Cinciarini goes off one foot. How about that? He was just supremely confident. And I'll tell you what, the one thing you would say about Andrea Cinciarini, he just seems to get better and better the older that he gets. Terrific competitor. And Jamar Smith, you could say the same thing. He is an absolute scoring machine. Bahcesehir go back in front by 2 points. Cinciarini gets into paint. Shares the basketball. Baldirossi for 3. Well, nobody rotated to get a hand in the face. And Baldirossi drills it. That's part of his repertoire. He can go outside and stroke it. Langston Hall into the corner. And stroking it from way down is number 32, Berkay Jandan. So that's his second jump shot. He's got 5 points. He hit that baseline jumper earlier. Jandan. Stroughton's fouled from behind by Baigul. Baigul, 29 years of age. Interestingly, has not fouled out of a game this season in the FIBA Europe Cup. But he's going to sit down. So entry pass, and the shot is good from close to the baseline from Johnson. So he's got 5 points. Jamal Jones also has checked into the game for Baigul. Here he is, taking it down low and banking it in, and he gets a trip to the line as well. Baladi Rossi whistled for the foul. Kartal Ozmizrak also in the game for Bahcesehir College, as well as Erkan Yilmaz, who wears number 33. Stephen Mark Thompson Jr. as well. Plays for Puerto Rico's national team, wears number 1 for Reggio Emilia, has checked in. He's over on the right. And Johnson gets down low and scores again. He's not shy about putting them up. He's got 7 points. Richard Solomon hands it off. Osmarak into the corner. Jones, and boy, he is a gifted scorer as well. You can see that beautiful release. Jamal Jones and Bahcesehir go up by 4 points. Stephen Mark Thompson looks at his options. Stroughton's gets into paint, puts it up, and Johnson battling for the basketball. Great hustle, but not able to keep it in bounds. Good work by Richard Solomon. Solomon. No look pass, into the corner goes again. Jones, this time a little long. Valderossi hands it off to Cinciarini. And he's tripped up by Kartal Ozmizrak. Sam Decker. Here he is, Mr. Rebound, and hails from the great state of Wisconsin. So he checks into the game, comes in for Berkay Jandan, who is terrific in his minutes. He takes his seat. Cinciarini takes his time and gets 1 of 2 to cut it back to a 3-point deficit here in the final minute of the first quarter. This FIBA Europe Cup. Great start for Bahcesehir on the road. Stephen Mark Thompson Jr. commits the foul on Jones.
Rimessa Bahcesehir.
Osmizak. Shot clock about to expire. He might have to launch it. Here he goes. Steps back, puts it up, and it's a little long. And a chance to run now. Great move by Cinciarini to avoid the foul, and then he is tripped up by Osmizak, who again acts like he never commits a foul, but it looked like a clear trip. Watch this. I don't know how much contact there was. There might not have been much at all, but Cinciarini fell down. And he's got to put it behind him. His team's leading. Bahcesehir, and meanwhile, Cinciarini goes to the line where he just went 1 for 2. Well, as Andrea Cinciarini goes, so goes Reggio Emilia, who are in 8th in the standings. There's the Italian Federation, Basketball Federation president looking on, as well as other dignitaries at the game tonight, including Kamil Novak, regional director from FIBA Europe. And Cinciarini has to go out and have a cutscene too, which I think they didn't spot before his first free throw. So that means a substitution has to be made. And it's going to be Bryant DeJuan Crawford who checks into the game, makes his first appearance. Right off the bench, steps up to the free throw line. And he does indeed make the free throw to cut it back to a 1-point game. Well, he did not have the last laugh, in fact. Osmizak had a chance to put his team up by 4 points, but he missed it. And Kaya gives the low 5 skin to his teammate, or to his players, as they come over to the bench at the end of the first quarter. And not surprisingly, it's the excellent start from Jamar Smith, who has fired the visiting Bahcesehir College into the lead. He's got 8 points, 6 points for Jamal Jones, 5 for Berkay Jandan, as Bahcesehir College lead at 19-18. So Cinciarini, the captain, Capitano, you see he's a fan favorite. The Europe president as well, Sergei Demirel on the left, and then Kamil Novak, as we mentioned. Erhan Ernak, the head coach of Bahcesehir College, getting an explanation there from Calatrava. So Cinciarini has seen to his cut, and he is back in the game. So it's Crawford, Hopkins, Johnson, Stroutons, and Stephen Mark Thompson Jr. In fact, yeah, it's going to be Crawford, Hopkins. So Crawford stays in the game as well. And the ball knocked out of his hands. Good job defensively by Yilmaz. Johnson gives it back to Cinciarini, back to Johnson, open for three, good! And just like that, Reggio Emilia back in front. Solomon hands it off. Langston Hall calls the play. Tells Solomon to go down into the paint. Now the pass over to the corner, and Yilmaz has to make a pass down low. So the shot clock expires, and possession turns over to Reggio Emilia. And the French referee signals possession to the Italians. Nicola Maestre. Oh, pass down low to Crawford, and he scores. They fell asleep. It's kind of wasn't like he had a hard backdoor cut, but he did definitely go backdoor and ended up with a wide open reverse layup. Now Decker, bounce pass, down low, comes back outside. They swing it to Hall. Solomon. Oh, boy, that's a good-looking stroke from Richard Solomon. And the ball goes out of bounds and back into the hands of Bahcesehir. So cheap turnover from the hosts. Solomon averaging 8.2 points, 4.9 rebounds per game, and he has been shooting about 37.5% from three-point range. We've already seen that tonight. Smith back in the game. An explosive play by Jamal Jones, who's a problem not just out on the perimeter, but clearly getting to the rim. Crawford gets it over to Cinciarini. So active, gets it to Johnson, gets it back. Justin Blake Johnson fakes the handoff. Now he spins. He gets into paint. He puts it up. Nice soft release from the big fella, Justin Blake Johnson. Smith, this time a little short. Jones went for the steal. Now they've got numbers. Can they exploit it? And Hopkins gets blocked from behind, but they're picking it up is Johnson. He's everywhere right now. He's got 14 points, game's leading scorer. Hall lets it fly. A good rebound from Mikhail Hopkins. And now the foul. Solomon telling his coach he needs to come out of the game. He's tired. So Jones called for the foul on Andrea Cinciarini. Mohamed Baigul back in the game, as well as Tariq Black. Makes his first appearance. Wears number 9 for Bahcesehir. Hopkins, a little short. Into the corner and driving in and scoring unmolested Langston Hall. Not too much separating these two teams, just 1 point. And traveling. The call turns it back over. So Crawford turns it over with the travel. And timeout has been called. Each team has led by as many as 4 points in this game. And they're the fans from Bahcesehir. They've made the trip as well to Bologna. And who wouldn't want to come here? What a fantastic city. One of the great things about traveling to support your teams in Europe, you can just go to so many different countries. The cultures are so different. It's a great experience. Get some different food, see some art, and see some great basketball. And that has been the case tonight. Really exciting stuff. So that timeout was actually called by Bahcesehir, who trailed 27-26, and Sam Decker in the game looking for his first points. Beigel is inbounding the basketball to Langston Hall. 4 minutes into the second quarter. Decker. Decker, three-pointer is good for Sam the Man. Black gets the assist on that with the pass out to Decker. And Cinciarini has it knocked away by Langston Hall. Tried to go past him, and Hall had the quick hands. There's Cinciarini again. Black switches off. Now, Cinciarini still gets a wide open look. Johnson gets in, keeps it alive. And Jamar Smith comes up with the basketball. Hall pulls up and nails it. And it's a 4-point lead. And suddenly coming out of the timeout, this Bahcesehir college team looks a little more composed and playing with a little more conviction. Crawford. Over to Johnson. Gets in the paint, puts it up. Boy, he was surrounded, almost forced it up. Decker rebounds and runs. Important possession. Important defense as well here. Black has it knocked away, and Baldi commits the foul. And all the momentum right now with the team in red. So Reggio Emilia coach Attilio Kaya knows he needs to make a switch. Blake Johnson for Reggio Emilia, also 7 for Andrea Cinciarini. But they trail in this game 29-27. See Ender Arslan, one of the assistant coaches over there, talking to Jamar Smith before he comes back out on the court. Ender Arslan played for many years in Turkey, also for the national team. It's great to see those players graduate to the coaching ranks. They got so much to offer. And now Black is on the line. In fact, it's 31-27, not 29-27, with 4:25 remaining. So Black misses the first. And also misses the second, so a break for Reggio Emilia. Cinciarini over to Baldirossi, thought about launching it. And a foul has been called. Foul on Tarek Black. Well, just a little bit of a hand check there. And the dump and the alley-oop from Johnson. He's got 16 points. What a whale of a first half he's had tonight. Smith looking like he wants to take Cinciarini on. Gets it over to Beigel, and Beigel's attempt rims out, but Black kept it alive. Here's Decker, and he misses, and this time Black had his hands on the basketball, kept it alive. I think Justin Johnson thought they were going to call a foul. Here's Decker again. And now the reach on Crawford. And the Reggio Emilia fans a little bit frustrated because they saw Johnson down on the court and they thought he was being fouled. Meanwhile, Jandan comes back into the game and Decker goes out. Black also goes out. Solomon back in. Here's Solomon. Smith. Now Hall. Jandan, he's a good shooter. He's already shown it tonight. This time does not connect from three-point range. Less than 3 minutes remaining in the first half. It's as tight as we expected. Just a 2-point lead for Bahcesehir College from Turkey. Cinciarini goes behind his back. Gets it down low, and there is Hopkins powering his way up, and now he's got a chance for a three-point play. That is his first 2 points of the night. He had the mismatch on Beigel, and he went right to the rim. Baldirossi now checks in. And Hopkins converts. Had 12 lead changes tonight. Solomon puts it on the deck and scores beautifully with that left hand. Thought he might try to rock the house, but instead he went old school. Cinciarini. Down low again to Hopkins, and Hopkins suddenly becoming a factor down on the low blocks. So Jones comes back in. A lot of firepower in that Bahcesehir College team. So the basketball turned over with Reggio Emilia's number 55, Tyler Lawson, trying to feed it down onto the low block. And Kaya has to call another timeout. His team trailing by a point. They have not lost at home in the FIBA Europe Cup this season, and they also know that Bahcesehir College have not lost in Turkey in the FIBA Europe Cup this season. And really, in that sense, that was the alley-oop pass to Johnson. In that sense, you feel like the pressure is on perhaps this Reggio Emilia team to get a good home result tonight, because they know it's going to be tough when they travel to the land where East meets West. And the dump down low, and Solomon comes right out and flushes it home. In fact, that last time out as well was from Bahcesehir, was not from Reggio Emilia. So they used it to good effect and got a good look. Great atmosphere here in Bologna as Cinciarini brings it up. His team trailing by 3 points. The Reggio Emilia captain gets it to Stroutons. Now gets it back. Cinciarini. And Solomon reaching in and ended up committing a foul. Johnson back into the game after a breather. And Cinciarini takes his 5th free throw of the night and makes it to reduce the arrears to 2 points. So 35-34, Bahcesehir on top as we approach the 1 minute mark in the first half. Into the corner it goes, step back, and Smith, wow, what can you say? He is so explosive. 11 points for Jamar Smith. Stroutons tried to get it right back. Solomon hands it off to Jones. Hall back outside. Decker, who's back in the game, and scoops in and takes it up to a 6-point advantage, leading to a timeout for Reggio Emilia. Well, it seems like they've hit more than 3 3-pointers, but they are just 3 of 9 Excuse me, no, that was, they're 7 of 16, excuse me, from three-point range, and that has been a big difference for Bahcesehir College as we look at some of the replays, including that Decker drive. But Jamar Smith, 3 of 4 from three-point range, and the Bahcesehir College fans being rewarded for their loyalty tonight, traveling here to Bologna, Italy, and enjoying every minute of it right now. They've had 5 different players hit three-pointers tonight. But the only player with multiple threes is Jamar Smith. And you know coming into this game that he is their biggest threat. So you really have to make sure you get a hand in the face of that gifted player.
Secondo con la rimessa per la Unahotels.
Jamar Smith has had some big games shooting it from deep as we have the final 17 seconds or so. His biggest game shooting it from deep was 6 three-pointers. Balderossi has to launch it, goes off the back of the iron, and that is how it finishes. So carrying the momentum to halftime after Jamar Smith's 3rd three-pointer, Bahcesehir College. With that confident gait, they lead it 40-34, but essentially we're just 25% of the way through this final, considering it's a home and away. Another half of basketball to play here in Reggio Emilia tonight, and then we'll have a full game in Istanbul. It's 40-34, Bahcesehir College on top of Reggio Emilia. And here's a look back at some of the first half highlights. So as you digest these highlights, 16 points for Justin Blake Johnson and 9 for Cinciarini. So 25 of Reggio Emilia's 34 points have been scored by that duo. Bahcesehir College, meanwhile, are being led by Jamar Smith, who has 11 points. He's 3 of 4 from three-point range. But they've also got 8 points from Jamal Jones, 7 from Richard Solomon, 5 from Sam Decker, 4 from Langston Hall. And also Berkay Jandan has 5 points, scoring from the baseline, and also one of the team's 7 three-pointers. It's 40-34, Bahcesehir College on top of Reggio Emilia at halftime here in the first leg of the FIBA Europe Cup final. We'll be right back before the start of the second half.
Reggio.
40-34, it is Bahcesehir College on top of Unahotels Reggio Emilia. And as you look at the Turkish commentators that have come here tonight, no doubt their commentary leaving some of the home or the fans watching back in Turkey buzzing from that terrific first half from their team. Of course, it is it's a marathon, not a sprint. These two-legged finals, and second half action is now underway. Bahcesehir College attacking the basket now to the left on your screen, and again wearing the red, and the hands up on defense, almost forcing the turnover and driving in and almost scoring was Baigul. He is fouled, so he will go to the line. So it's Decker, Hall, Jones, Smith, and Solomon on the court right now for Bahcesehir College. And for Reggio Emilia, it's Baldirossi, Cinciarini, Johnson, Larson, and Stroutons. Remember, Reggio Emilia have not lost at home this season in the FIBA Europe Cup, but they are facing a very good, very confident Bahcesehir College team. Mohamed Baigul gets one of two, and it's their biggest lead of the game. Bahcesehir up 41-34. They just got the better of the exchanges at the end of the first half. Took the momentum to the locker room at the break. Hopkins thought better of shooting it. Here's Cinciarini, steps back from deep and drills the three-pointer. He just has that confidence and cuts the deficit back to 4 points. Now Solomon going to work on Hopkins. Turnaround on the baseline. What a beautiful soft jump shot that was. We've seen that a few times tonight. He has got a nice release. Hopkins gets it right back. The three-pointer. Gets it back and then some. He's starting to become a factor in this game as well. Got his first points late in the first half. And Baigul turns it over. In fact, let me reset the 5 players on the court for each team. Baigul will call the foul on Johnson. So it's Baigul, Jandan, Hall, Smith, and Solomon. And for Reggio Emilia, it's Cinciarini, Hopkins, Johnson, Larson, and Stroutons. Stroutons thought he had established position. So Johnson goes out since he took a beating on that. Here's Baigul, a little long. Cinciarini feeds to Hopkins. He goes up again, and this time Solomon went for the block. He didn't get it, but I think he probably affected the shot. With Hopkins also being defended down low. But you can see Hopkins really starting to come to life here. Meanwhile, Smith open, and I think he must have stepped out of bounds. Larson. Gets it to Cinciarini. He's get so many touches. Solomon. Hopkins back to Cinciarini. Will it be his second three? Nope. And Hopkins with the offensive board. Larson now. And he is fouled by Langston Hall.
Secondo fallo per Hall. Cambio Unahotels, entra in campo Steve Thompson. Esce Arthur Stoutings.
So Thompson comes back into the game for Stroutons. Cinciarini into the corner to get it to Thompson. And right off the bench, strokes the three. He ties it. His first points of the game are big points. Behind the back pass to Solomon. And Hall fouled before the shot by Baldirossi.
C'è un cambio per invece esce Michael, entra Jones.
And so now Jones checks back in.
Fallo di Filippo Bahcesehir, il secondo fallo per lui.
Here's Smith. Over to Solomon. And this time short. Looked like he wasn't quite as decisive about putting it up. Larson. Larson into the paint. Outside again, Thompson. And this time Thompson a little short. Smith, bounce pass, John Dunn. Ah, boy, he is good. So many players in this Bahcesehir team, you simply cannot give them any space because more times than not, they're going to knock down those open jump shots. Hopkins doesn't hesitate and puts up an air ball this time. So Hopkins goes out. And Johnson comes back in. Also, Black checks back into the game for Bahcesehir. He replaces Solomon. I can't tell what Erhan Ernak is taking Calatrava to task over. Kartal Osmerzak in the game as well. Number 3 gets it over to Smith. Now he gets it back. Larson loses him just for a second. Smith, though, can't drill it. And Baldirossi keeps the ball away from the quick hands of Jandan. You would think they might be able to attack Jandan down low. We saw Hopkins do it in the first half. Here he goes. They go right past him. And, oh, what a swat from Jones from the weak side. So the three-pointer, not good from Johnson. And right to the other end, drilling it was Kartal Osmerzak. Osmerzak right on cue and takes the lead back up to 5 points. Well, this Bahcesehir college team has looked unflappable tonight. They've got some scores. And it's not just their Americans, they're Turkish players as well, putting the ball in the basket tonight. Baygul, Candan, Osmarzak. And making this an uncomfortable ride here in Bologna for the Reggio Emilia faithful. (48-43), Bahcesehir on top in the first leg of this FIBA Europe Cup final here in Bologna over Reggio Emilia. Well, Reggio Emilia fumbling the ball. They've got to hurry, and it is going to be Crawford who doesn't get it off in time. Crawford was the player that kind of fumbled it near midcourt at the beginning, which created the chaos. So, in fact, he didn't fumble it. He just took a bump from Jamar Smith and went down, and he just kind of disrupted them on that possession. Oh, boy, an unsportsmanlike foul now from Crawford. And this has not been a good sequence for number 13. Boy, what in the world? That was terrible defense. Osmarzak just blew right past him. Didn't move his feet on defense, just reached out and grabbed him to commit the unsportsmanlike. So this could be a huge trip down the floor for Bahcesehir. They've already equaled their biggest lead of the game now, 7 points. Entry pass and gets away. Black not able to handle it. Cinciarini fouled by Smith. And the home crowd appealing for an unsportsmanlike. And Cinciarini saying the same thing. Look at this. Yeah, well, did he really go for the ball there with the intent of getting the ball, Smith? I think he definitely got the ball. And that's exactly what he said. I got the ball, man. Well, those guys are never going to agree, but I think the referees are going to go have a look at it just in case. So this could be interesting. Excuse me, gentlemen, we can't see the picture. We want to see what you're looking at. We'll trust him, though, if he doesn't make a clean play on the ball. So the ruling is it was not an unsportsmanlike foul. It looked like Smith might have gotten away with a hold there on Crawford. Thompson, who's hit a three. Now he drives in. Can't get the drop. Jones rebounds the miss. Smith. Candan. Osmarzak on the deck. Brings it back outside. Gets on the baseline. Bounce pass to Black, who lays it up and in. Osmarzak having a major impact on proceedings here in the third quarter as Bahcesehir College go up by 9 points. And the pass intended for Johnson, who loses his composure, or excuse me, Balderossi, and he is going to get a warning. And the last thing he wants to do is to get a technical foul called. And really, the Reggio Emilia team is losing its composure. They're right in front of us here. They need to get it together mentally, or else this thing could get out of hand against this team from Turkey. So Hopkins comes back into the game to try to calm things down. Jones, oh boy, he is tough. That is awfully difficult to stop that man. He's got a beautiful release. He can drive, and it's the biggest lead of the game now, 11 points. Crawford for three, and fouled while attempting the three from Jones. So mental mistake here by Jones. Stroughton comes back into the game. Now Crawford shoots at 38.5% from three-point range. He's a good free throw shooter, 78.4% coming into tonight. We saw him hit one earlier tonight when he came in for Cinciarini late in the first quarter. 25 years of age. And misses the second. Averaging 9.7 points, 3.5 assists in the FIBA Europe Cup. And he does get the third, so cuts it back to a 9-point deficit. Well, it's got to happen defensively right now. Defense and rebounding for Reggio Emilia as they try to make inroads here. Good hands by Crawford. Decker in the game with a turnaround. Boy, that was a shot you are not going to block. Wow. The lead back to 11. Crawford, and great defense by Langston Hall. You can see a little extra bounce in the step of Bahcesehir right now. They are feeling confident here on the road. Jones from the right. Oh, the follow and the putback by Decker. 13 points, the advantage. And they are landing some serious blows right now to Reggio Emilia's title hopes, going up big here in the first leg away from home. Hopkins, a little give and go action with Cinciarini. And Cinciarini has to put up a desperation shot right at the end with the shot clock winding down. Osmarzak drives in, the foul called. And Bahcesehir College, the first team from Turkey to reach the final of the FIBA Europe Cup, do not look like they're going to be satisfied with that distinction. They look like a team determined, bound and determined to get that trophy. And they have got all the momentum right now. And this guy has been just as important as anybody. Osmarzak, who has now 6 points, all of his scoring coming here in the second half. Could not be going any more according to plan for Bahcesehir College than it is right now, leading by 15. Trying to make this tie a foregone conclusion when they head back to Turkey. I mean, if they can put any more points on the board here and grow this lead, it is going to be an incredible task for Reggio Emilia when they travel to Turkey. And Decker reaches up, gets the steal, now passes up ahead. Hopkins runs back on defense. Folks, this Bahcesehir College team has outscored Reggio Emilia 18-11 in this third quarter. 42.9 seconds to go in the third. Hall inbounds it. Decker. Jones. Well, they were living dangerously. Now Cincerini on the break. And gets it to go. Let's see if that triggers a little bit of a comeback. They were tied at 43 in this quarter. But since that point, it's been all Bahcesehir College. Osmarzak. Oh, wow! Goodness me, what a play. Thompson launches it just in time, and Osmarzak has the quarter that you dream about. He's got 10 points. Couple of three-pointers. 4-4 at the line.
Si riprende con l'ultimo quarto di gioco. Rimessa Unahotels.
Well, where there's hope, there's life, and there's still plenty of hope and time for Reggio Emilia. But they are going to have to really battle away here, at least you would think, win this quarter to give themselves a fighting chance going to Turkey for the second leg. And the dump down low, and Johnson was blocked by Sam Decker, who is taking no prisoners right now on both ends of the court. Osmerzak having it knocked away by Cinciarini. He has delivered some serious blows tonight. Number 3, inbounding the basketball. Here he goes. Thompson. Bounce pass to Black. He gets it over to Jones. Comes off the three-point line. Powers his way up for a 2 over Stroughton's. And they are making it look easy right now. They are like a well-oiled machine on offense. Cinciarini, bounce pass, Hopkins. Oh, Thompson, and try to get it back to Black. Going from bad to worse right now for the team in white. Decker wide open from 3, and the ball bounces off the rim and over the backboard. Stroughton's alertly picks it up. Cinciarini back to Hopkins. And that was short. He hit 1 3 tonight, but he's missed 2 since. Now Decker quickly to the other end. And Hopkins is fouled. Whew. And you can understand why he's appealing for the unsportsmanlike. They might go have a look at that. Not the way the game, not the way the fans envisioned this game going tonight here in Reggio Emilia. And right now they have just got to put the brakes on this run. And I wonder if they're still talking about maybe going to have a look. The Bahcesehir College faithful. Mohamed Baigul checks into the game. And Langston Hall goes out. Boy, Decker has been terrific in his minutes tonight. 9 points, 4 rebounds. He's played 12 and a half minutes. And he just plays the game at a different speed and is often also playing the game at a different height above the rim. 19 points, the advantage. And Cinciarini finds his way in for another layup. It's about the only thing they've got to offer right now offensively. Reggio Emilia is Cinciarini and his ability to penetrate, to knife his way inside, and to get some layups. So timeout on the court. $12 points for Jamal Jones, 9 for Richard Solomon, 10 apiece for Decker and Osmerzak, 11 for Smith. Smith hasn't even scored in the second half, and they've still been able to extend their advantage. So the Reggio Emilia fans trying to fire up their team. Meanwhile, Bahcesehir College fans sitting back and relaxing and enjoying the view. Osmerzak crosses midcourt. Can they pile on the agony? Bahcesehir College against Reggio Emilia. Johnson playing some defense on Black, who backs his way down low.
Primo fallo per lui. La rimessa Bahcesehir.
Now the pass batted away. So Balderossi hands it off to Cinciarini, who is fouled by Osmarzak again, who Cinciarini again appeals for an unsportsmanlike. And I think he might have a legitimate appeal there. He's not really reaching for the ball, or at least it didn't look like it at the end. And I can understand Cinciarini's frustration. But on the other hand, Decker might have been the recipient of an unsportsmanlike that wasn't called at the other end. So these things even out. Cinciarini puts it up, and the ball goes in and out. Osmarzak drives in. And Johnson with the foul. No doubt about it. He kind of ran into him. So perhaps just a little bit of a loss of concentration here from Osmarzak. Misses the first free throw. Does get the second. So 67-49. Again, just a lot of work to do for Reggio Emilia. Just to kind of battle their way back into this tie, this final. Thompson for three. Offensively, everything has just dried up. Osmarzak. Over to Decker. Black fouled by Johnson. Oh no, offensive foul called on Black. Well, might have caught a break there. But they got to take advantage. A little bit of token full court pressure. Cinciarini brings it across. Stroughton's hasn't done anything offensively. Here he is driving in, and Johnson picks it up and puts it up. Thompson gets it back. Cinciarini. Outside of Stroughton's, Balderossi, and he can't get it to drop. And the ball goes out of bounds. Back over to Bahcesehir College. You can see there's just not quite as much sharpness, quite as much potency offensively for this Reggio Emilia team, at least tonight, compared to the team in red, who just have so many weapons. And Thompson bats it away. Now a chance on the break. Here he comes. And Thompson takes the foul from Decker. Looked like he did a good job of kind of leaning into Decker to make sure there was contact. They've got to take advantage of these opportunities, and Thompson makes the first. So again, gets it back to 17 points, the deficit. Take as much off of this as possible. You may not get the win tonight, but you've got to make your free throws. You got to cut into this deficit to give yourselves a fighting chance going to Turkey for the second leg. Cinciarini going for the steal, and now Johnson reaches in. And they did not get the ball across midcourt in time. So that turns it over, and Reggio Emilia, a couple of plays defensively here. But the question is, who is going to step up and make a play on offense? Langston Hall back in the game, guarding Cinciarini. Stroughton finally gets one to drop. His first points of the game. He had missed his first 6 attempts from the floor. And that cuts it back to 14 points. Smith. And his pass intended gets away. And Reggio Emilia come up with the basketball again. Not a good-looking possession that time. And again, Cinciarini has the basketball. Here is Johnson, left open for 3. Misses. Baldirossi gets it, puts it back up and in! And now it's back to a 12-point deficit. And suddenly a little bit of hope for the home team. Reggio Emilia. And Ernak is going to make a couple of substitutions here. Cinciarini commits the foul on Baigul. So Jones is back in the game, and Solomon is back in the game for Coach Ernak. Their biggest lead has been 19 points right now. It's been cut back to 12. Will we see a run at the end of the game from Reggio Emilia, see them continue? Or will we see this Bahcesehir team kind of rediscover their touch? They haven't looked good the last several possessions. Just opening the door up here for Reggio Emilia, and they pass it down low. Baldirossi, Stroughton's open for 3. And Thompson goes up, can't bring it down. Smith comes up with the basketball. Now they got to get it across midcourt. He passes into Thompson. He gets blocked by Smith incredibly, who is then a foul is called. Crazy sequence. Both teams turning it over, and it looked like Smith had a lot of basketball there, but the call did not go his way. And full marks to Reggio Emilia. They are giving it everything here at the end of the game. Thompson. And he's been a big part of it. Baldirossi. They've got to scrap. They got to fight. They got to claw to give themselves a chance just to get it close before the second leg. And Thompson makes the second one as well, and it's back to a 10-point deficit. Remember, the lead was 19. And now the Reggio Emilia fans are back in it, trying to get their team to the finish line tonight. Bahcesehir College being outscored 10-4 in this fourth quarter. Hall looks for an opening, looks to make the killer pass. Solomon gets it down, now back outside. Jandon for 3, and doesn't fall. And Solomon called for the foul while he was, Johnson called for the foul while he was trying to box out Solomon. Here it is again. Look at this. Ooh, I'm not so sure about that one. I just don't understand that one at all. So Solomon misses the first free throw. And misses the second, if you can believe it. Maybe that was a little bit of justice from the basketball gods. 4 minutes remaining. Reggio Emilia creeping back into the game. So Stroughton's fouled by Jamal Jones. Langston Hall doesn't miss an opportunity to complain to the referee, that's for sure. Stroughton's first to drop, and now single digits. Look at the Reggio Emilia fans. They believe. They certainly look like they'd lost some belief there when their team was outscored 23-13 in the third quarter, but they are now wide awake, and Stroughton's, who was silent but has come to life, has cut the deficit to 8 points. What a comeback. Solomon over to Hall. Smith comes from the baseline, puts it up from the wing, and the rebound, Balderossi over to Stroughton's. And Jones prevents him from streaking up the court, but Cintarini has it. 3.5 minutes remaining. What a contest. Cintarini. Oh boy, one pass too many. He's trying to get it to Stroughton's. Would have been better shooting it or getting it somewhere else, but Thompson reaches up, deflects it, gets it back. Stroughton's on the break. Good! The Latvian is well and truly alive. Unbelievable. 67-62. And Reggio Emilia rising from the dead. What a comeback. Stroughton's, who had no points coming into this fourth quarter, now has 8. And Balderossi, everybody doing a little bit of everything. Thompson, defensively, really bringing it. Justin Blake Johnson adding toughness down low. He hasn't scored in this second half, but he's still got the 16 points from the first half. Cintarini, meanwhile, 16 points. It's all about scrapping away, trying to give yourselves a fighting chance. And if the game were to finish right now, you'd have to say that's exactly what this Reggio Emilia team has right now. They have reclaimed the momentum, and they want to get as much off this deficit as they can before they travel to Istanbul. The intensity just was not there defensively until this fourth quarter, as they have outscored Bahcesehir 15-4 here in this final frame. Hall. Also, Bahcesehir have missed a few jump shots that have opened the door as well. Nothing has gone right for the team from Turkey in this final frame. Hall dribbles left, goes behind his back, gets in for the little, oh boy, that was about as silky smooth as it comes from Langston Hall. And a technical foul has been called on Hall, and I think maybe because he was chirping away. I don't know if it was the referee or if it was the player. Trash talk, I don't know. But what a bad play regardless. He seems somewhat bemused by the decision. But I don't think a lot of the talking with the referees throughout the game has done him any favors in that sense. That has cut the deficit back to 6 points now. And now Cintarini. And Reggio Emilia, if they could drill a 3 here. Tough drive, Jones doesn't get the drop. Johnson with the rebound. Under 2 minutes remaining. Thompson with that last three-pointer, and now Solomon comes out and fouls Cintarini. I mean, it has been a tale of 2 quarters in this second half, and there is no doubt about it. Thompson reached up and caught Cincerini in the face. Boy, the powers of recovery there for all to see right now. And I have to say, Cincerini is the first player to go up and check on an opponent if he's been injured. Here he is, shaking off, trying to shake off the injury. You know he's tired. He's played a lot of minutes tonight. He makes the first. Unbelievable comeback from Reggio Emilia. They look dead in the water. And Cincerini, who has played 38 minutes tonight, makes both free throws and cuts the deficit to 1 point. Reggio Emilia have not lost at home all season. Maybe, just maybe, they are going to avoid that first home defeat and go unbeaten at home in the FIBA Europe Cup. Who's 68. $1:15 remaining. Huge three-pointer by Mohamed Baigul. Sort of against the run of play, but nevertheless a huge shot. And here it is again. Well, these fans have to be excited with how Reggio Emilia have refused to give up, how they've given everything to come back tonight. And just when you think you're about ready to come all the way back and take the lead, Mohamed Baigul strokes it from downtown. Oh boy, dangerous pass. Stroughton's, I don't think he got it over in time. And he drives it in for the dunk. And now they have called a technical foul on Coach Ernak, who wanted the backcourt violation. I think he was right. It looked like the game clock was down to 16. And Stroughton's went in for the dunk. So the technical foul called on Ernak, and the dunk does not count, but they will maintain possession after this. And Cincerini, who has 19 points, drills the free throw to cut it back to a 3-point game. Inbounds the basketball, and Stroughton hands it back off to Cincerini. 1:19 remaining. Cincerini puts it up from downtown, looking to tie it. And Decker hands it off to the man, Osmarzak, who is a real thorn in the side for Reggio Emilia tonight. He drives in, passes it back outside, he turns it over. Here comes Cincerini. Thompson on the break, and that was short. And Solomon almost lost it out of bounds, was able to save it to Smith. Osmarzak back up top to Baigul, who just hit the big three-pointer. .30 seconds remaining. Baigul and Solomon again put into pressure on the rebounder. And Reggio Emilia not able to get the basketball. Frustrated Johnson walks off knowing he couldn't quite get it. Heads over to the bench. You think psychologically they would like to at least get a tie so they would keep that home record unblemished in terms of defeats. But at the end of the day, they've given themselves a chance to win this FIBA Europe Cup with the way they've played in this fourth quarter, even if they lose this first leg. Well, it's hard to know who the technical foul was called on. It was listed as a bench technical. I assumed it was Ernak, but maybe it was one of the players that said something. Osmarzak, meanwhile, is going to inbound the basketball. They've had a chance to call a play. 14 on the shot clock. Osmarzak gets it to Decker. Solomon now by goal. Smith. By goal, shot clock winding down, and nobody gets the basketball. Now the question is, did Solomon get it up and score in time? Because the ball did not hit the rim. So they will review it and see if the basketball did in fact, if he was able to get it up before the shot clock, and it does not count. So a tough break for Bahcesehir College, who just so 72-69. Bahcesehir College trying to hold on to get a road win tonight, but again, at the end of the day, the final result, while every point is precious, this will not determine the end result, because the second leg will still have to be played in Istanbul. And what a game that's shaping up to be. Weigel, I think, being warned right now not to cross that line, or there will be a technical foul. And again, I hate to say it, but this will also add spice. And Cincinnati trying to play the role of peacemaker. Jamal Jones getting the block on the Arthur Stroughton's three-pointer right at the end. And hopefully cooler heads will prevail here at the end. with a little bit of aggravation expressed between these teams right at the end. It's a shame, really, because the way this thing finished was a terrific comeback from Reggio Emilia and Bahcesehir College. And Sam Decker quizzing something, being told to head to the changing rooms. And Cinciarini goes and tells the fans to calm down like a good captain should. Look at him take control. That is an amazing scene right there. Connecting with the fans. And trying to tell them to keep things into perspective. An amazing leadership from Cinciarini. That is a beautiful sight right there. Unbelievable. So Cinciarini, who had the 20 points, 9 assists, almost with a double-double, leads his team back. They fall 72-69 in the first leg, but all still to play for in Istanbul next week. So here's a look back at the highlights of this game, and I'll leave you again as we go over this. Some of the scores. Cinciarini had 20 points. Points for Reggio Emilia, 8 for Stroutons, who came to life in the fourth quarter, as well as Stephen Thompson, who had 9 points. Also 4 steals, leading the defensive effort for Bahcesehir College. 12 points for Jamal Jones, 10 for Decker, 11 for Smith. Osmarzak had 11 points. He was a real difference maker in that third quarter. Berkay Jandon had 7 points. Langston Hall 6. Also had 6 assists, leading them as Bahcesehir College win it. The opening leg, 72-69, sets it up for a thrilling second leg in the FIBA Europe Cup final. Next week, will Turkey have for the first time ever, not just reach the final, but win the FIBA Europe Cup, or will Reggio Emilia become the latest Italian team to do so, and also follow up their FIBA Euro Challenge triumph back in 2014, a team, don't forget, that had Andrea Cinciarini. So one last time, 72-69, Bahcesehir College win the opening leg tonight at Reggio Emilia, handing the Italians their first home defeat in the competition this season. Thanks for watching, everybody.